Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Thanks to Jamnagar branch for nominating for this oration for me. And thanks to judges for giving this prestigious oration to me. And thanks to IOH, my colleagues, for bringing knowledge of occupational health and to me up to this stage. And thanks to central office bearers. And thanks to both chairpersons for your kind introduction. But what is a coincidence? See that. The coincidence is yesterday evening oration and today's morning oration, if we don't count the papers, yesterday evening oration was chaired by the yesterday president and chaired by the past president. Today's oration chaired by the today's president of IOH, and my astrology says Dr. Narke will be the future president. So give them a big hand. The second coincidence was the oration of both persons from Mumbai, Dr. Thakur and Dr. JCK Kothari. And third coincidence is yesterday evening, I called him a friend, I called him a guru. He is ex-Reliance, and I am present Reliance, future I don't know. So that's a coincidence. And he came yesterday in the test match. When he came in the evening, somebody comes. We tell them he's a late night batsman. But don't worry, Guruji, I am going to continue in the morning. So we are going to surface the things. So these are the coincidences which are there when these things are there. Now coming to the person, Dr. JCK Kothari. A pioneer in pulmonary and occupational medicine, one of the tallest leaders in the country of discipline of occupational health, a postgraduate teacher and examiner of MD, diploma in tuberculosis, diploma in industrial medicine, medical director of ESO and later HPCL, retired from the position of professor of pulmonary medicine from St. GS Medical College, Mumbai University, president of Association of Occupational Health 1986 and hosted AOH in Mumbai in 1987, national president of IOH India and Indian Chess Society. He instituted JCK Endowment Fund in IOH Mumbai branch before he passed away on 11 January 2018. But apart from this, dear friends, I know him another way. I don't know whether Dr. Shanbag knows this or not, I am very frank. When I was in Silvassa, a young guy, handing a small OHC with the 4 doctors. 4 paramedics only. I was alone. We used to hold a multi-diagnostic camp. That time, we called 2 guys from Mumbai. One Dr. JCK Kothari for that multi-diagnostic camp to Silvassa, and one was a skin specialist from Dr. Amit. He came previous day evening. The next day morning, when we started the camp in multi-diagnostic, his patients were 240. And the plan was to have a camp finished by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. When he saw his number of patients list, we are supporting him. But he told me one line, Dr. Rajesh, please don't worry. I will see all the patients till evening. And if needed, I will stay today night and go back tomorrow morning. That was the JCK Kothari, his humility for the patient and that passion for the patient. That was the person. I learned some humility from him. Because Bombay we know as a commercial. Bombay is always commercials, but this guy was not that. These guys was different. Now coming to when I thought of my presentation, the topic. So what happens whenever I come for presentation? Generally, I get a call before 3 to 4 weeks from Dr. Pingle. As usual, what you are going to present different this time. So this time he has not called me. So I was more mentally worried. Why this time he has not called me? Is there any relation disturbance in ours? I was worried. What he is thinking? I thought I should call him, but I thought, no, something is that. Then I come to know realization. No, he has also got oration. So, suppose he will call me, I will tell the topic, then he may be thinking the same topic, then he will get disturbed. But I was still worried, stressed till few days ago, what other orators are presenting orations. Anyway, I am lucky. Some of the things have been different, and that's where some stress has got relieved. Dr. Shyam, so this is the things when you give stress. And I was also stressed a little bit because we were having some 10 papers. And yesterday Ashwini was there. Boss, more or less it should not match. Otherwise, the hall will be empty and the last day. So all this stress I got, then I thought, what are the things? Then I was going through the article, 2023 January, the article. Then what is the present global health challenges everyone is facing? And to be frank, dear all young colleagues, all young doctors, after Omicron, in last 7 to 8 months, few challenges which I faced it, I will tell you frankly. But we should be ready what the challenges is going to come next 3-4 years. One case, just before 15 days, everything is fine, no diabetes, nothing. He called me, sir, I'm having a pain in both hip joint. Okay. He got an MRI done. The necrosis of both hip joint, he's getting a hip replacement. He got COVID before 1 year. And somebody was saying, but no steroid he was taken. These are the things. That was the one case. The second case was, suddenly my doctor, young doctor, Vivek Malpure from RCB called me one day afternoon. Sir, what happened? Was bole, sir, one 38-year guy employee was going from Panvel to Chembur and he wanted to go to train. Suddenly at Chembur, he got severe chest pain and he collapsed and died. He had a COVID 1 year ago. Third, our Jamnagar guy, young guy, roughly around 40 or 42, he was coming back from the plant, going to the home, was in the township, till last moment when he reaching home, he collapsed and died. So keep in mind one thing, dear friends, few challenges which we are going to face. And the COVID, post-COVID follow-up for 1 year or 2 years is most important. And when I was learning some papers, one paper presented from Reliance also, post-COVID, but my dear friend Bobby Joseph, his team has presented one of the good post-COVID follow-up. Please continue post-COVID follow-up for 1 year, what is happening for that guys who are hospitalized and other things. With that, my mind said, what I am facing, we all have to do what we all have to do. That is my paper. Simple. And in a simple way, I am going to present all what we have to do. So coming to the global healthcare burden and challenges, how to address these challenges, and addressing these challenges will be holistic well-being, digital innovation, alternative healthcare, scientific approach, and more or less a small few slides for Reliance Way. Now, in the past few years, the world went off the track on health-related as sustainable development goals. Unprecedented disruption continues to place threats on population health, especially impacting vulnerable population, increased strains on healthcare systems. So, this is a World Economic Forum, January 2023. Now, what are the challenges? And which we are going to describe. One is surge in healthcare spend and investment. Thanks COVID, at least industries are understanding more investment on the healthcare. Scientific advancement, digital innovation and artificial intelligence, that is a more important. Alternative care models, what are they? Widening global health disparities, healthcare worker shortage and burnout, worsening mental health and well-being. This is the one thing. And macroeconomic issues. So coming to these three things, the other burden which we are going to face is the NCDs burden. NCDs are estimated to account for nearly 75% of the deaths. Among them, diabetes. Diabetes worldwide, 382 million people had diabetes in 2013. By 2035, this will be 592 million. These are the simple slide which shows from 1990 to 2090, see that what happened about NCDs from 30 to 62%. Wherever the injuries you see, more or less it's common. Mental health at workplace. Now, mental health workplace context is 60% of the world population is in work, number one. 60% of workers work in informal economy. My dear friends, 61% of workers in the informal economy. All the branches I request at least focus on the BOHS. 207 million unemployed people are expected in 2022. The unemployment. The prevalence, 301 million people lived with anxiety in 2019. 280 million people lived with depression in 2019. 7 lakh people died by suicide. 15% of working age adults of us had a mental disorder. So what is the impact? 50% of the total societal cost of mental health condition is driven by indirect costs such as reduced productivity. 12 billion working days are lost every year to depression and anxiety. So, now what is in India? Now, before COVID, if you see 250 million Indians suffer from mental health issues before COVID. Out of that, 38 million suffer from anxiety, 56 million suffer from depression, and number of Indians estimate to needing active intervention, 150 million. Mental health, only 30 million are getting it. India ranks many things. Okay, the second in depression also, and second on anxiety also. This is one thing. Now, how to address these challenges? After this thing, we thought let's have a focus on the holistic well-being, digital innovation, scientific approach, alternative tools, and what is a healthcare manpower. Holistic well-being, basically we all understand it, 6 dimensions: physical, social, intellectual, spiritual, emotional, and occupational. I'm happy to see the occupational. But occupational, now more or less, we are focusing on health, well-being, mental health, and everything. Down the line, after 4 or 5 years, we may not forget coal dust, benzene, and other things. So we have to focus on these things also. Physical well-being, social, intellectual, spiritual, and emotional. Let's come to physical well-being. The physical well-being is most important aspect, where fitness and exercise, relaxation and stress management, food and nutrition, this is the most important. Now, physical and exercise is one of the most important things. At least what I say, at least walk daily, at least 30 to 40 minutes daily. And I'm happy, yesterday my Pune friends, when evening they were talking to me, Pune friends talked to me, sir, how you are, what is your age? They were asking me. And this guy, chairperson today, wanted to tell what is my birthday. I said, listen, yaar, leave it. So they were, sir, you are 55. Somebody told me 58. Somebody told me 60. I told, no, yaar, at least you have made me 2 years younger. I'm happy that. But I'm very frank, exercise helps in that way. To keep that thing, exercise to doing. Delhi is a good place in the morning walk at 7:30 a.m. If you walk in the Delhi at 7:30, you will be always happy. Second thing, some part of you have a meditation and yoga in your life, and nutrition. Yes, let's come to nutrition. This is a slide which we can take from anywhere, but simply facts I'm telling you. We have a nutrition problem, everything planning across the sites and everywhere. But since last 2-3 months, we started a thali system. That's called a thali, my thali. And we convince the management also, we convince the union guys also. So always keep in mind, in the location where the manufacturing plants are there, it's very, very easy to project on this good number of fruits and other things. But it is very difficult to manage the plant employees, unions and other things to convince them. And happy to say, you can't believe one of my Nagathane plant. We have removed sugar from the all chai and coffee. Only extra sugar we place there. How much you want, you take it. If you don't want, you don't take it. How much you want. But the routine practice of mixing the sugar in the tea and coffee was going on. That has been removed by involving all. So that's the thing though. In the nutrition, at the ground level, you have to make the changes to get the good things. And the nutrition, I always say, if you are Indian, Indian-based diet is very good. And always, if you don't have anything, take 1 gulab jamun. Don't take 4 to 5 gulab jamun. Take 1 mango as a Gujarati. Don't take 4 or 5 mangoes at a time. To have a good your diet balance. Whatever you do, you should have balanced things. Okay? So that's keep in the mind. Whenever you balance yourself, that is a good thing. Have a good breakfast in the morning. Have a good lunch and a good night before dinner. But have a good Indian diet which is good. And I will tell you in the diet one example of how I might change myself in last 6 months. You know the South Indians, they generally what they do, their practice is, please don't feel bad, I used to take that one also, with rice, initially with dal, with rice, then rice with sabji, then rice with chutney, then rice with sambar, then rice with curd. Okay? So your rice content is too much in a thali and a small amount dal. Now the system should be very simple, it should be reversed. You take a small amount of the rice and mix 5 with the rice. That is a simple system to change your things. So I have changed in last 6 months that way. So there is something which is we can change ourselves. Thinking, a thought process has to begin what to change. This. Before 4 or 5 months, I was doing walking and everything. One day I got, okay, let's check here in our hospital musculoskeletal development. But to be surprised, I was surprised to get it scoring 6 out of 15. Make a boss, this is not acceptable. Then I started the anaerobic exercises, weightlifting, other thing at least twice a week. And that really helps for everything. Keep that thing in the mind. Muscular development and everything is important. Now, 5 essentials for mental health at workplace, protection from harm. 2 human needs. One is safety, that is important. Second is security. Second, opportunity for growth, learning and growth is important. Connection, community is important. Mattering at dignity and meaning is important. Work-life harmony, autonomy and flexibility. The flexibility is word. Now post-pandemic, what we are facing the problems are, during pandemic, many of employees went back to their home places. Bangalore, Chennai, Calcutta. Now my HR is facing problem. Sir, we are ready to work from home. Sir, what we should do? They want to work from home. They were more comfortable now working from home. But these are the more autonomy and flexibility that has to be provided. Strategies to address mental health work, one is prevent. First is prevent. How to prevent? Reshape work environments to minimize psychological risk and prevent workers from experiencing mental health condition, and key intervention psychological risk assessment one has to do. To protect and promote strengthening awareness skills, opportunities for recognizing, acting early on mental health issues to protect and promote, and third, support the workers with the key interventions. Now digital health. Digital health innovation benefits is better and personalized services, that is one. Track health metrics, convenient appointment scheduling, easy access to personal health data. Around 92% of healthcare professional institute achieve better performance from digital transformation. Then, what is the innovation? We all know the tools. But one thing is very important from patient point of view. All our OH physician, you should be a good clinician also. So patient journey is not just in the hospital, keep in the mind. patient, there is a before and after, and what we need to is stitch together everything. And in this case, I will say, if you become a good clinician, because personally I suffered, I means my family suffered, please detect cancers at very early stage. You should be a good physician, you should be a good clinician to detect a cancer early stage, because cancer sufferers, whole family get disturbed. Digital health and innovation, predictive analysis and AI in healthcare. What is predictive analysis? We are doing health checkups, we do analysis, but predictive analysis comes a stage where you know what is the predictability of heart attack and other things in such cases. So better understanding anticipation of patient needs, improved efficiency and effectiveness of healthcare delivery, reduced medical errors, and improved patient safety, reduced healthcare costs, improved accuracy, timeliness of diagnosis, improved quality of healthcare research, more comprehensive and accurate data analysis. Alternative care, now keep in mind, world is opening. Ayurveda is open up. You cannot say allopathy is the only thing. I am very frank. So, allopathy, dietary, physiological approaches. Hypnosis is coming up very fast. Clinical hypnosis, meditation, and other things which are coming up. Community, primary, secondary, and tertiary health care. Scientific advancement. Yes, COVID has shown us vaccine development, but we have to be new drug development and precision medicine, especially in case of cancers and other things. What is the role of that? Manpower crisis and management. With density of 33.5 human resource for health per 10,000, WHO recommend, and 44.5. So manpower issues are going to come, whether doctors and paramedic, and Dr. Jain very well aware, and he has presented very nicely in some conference, manpower problems. So strengthening a strong governance framework, technology, healthcare risk, manpower is not available. I am very frank to tell one line, please don't feel bad, young generation. Before 6-7 years, when I used to take interviews of 10 candidates, 2 guys usually shortlisted. Now for 2 guys, I have to take interview of 30 to 40 candidates. So that's the thing. So manpower problem is coming up, shortage and other things. Now, few things, what I told you, already implemented in RISE, and we are going to implement a small timeline. This is the journey for excellence. It started something in 1995. Dr. Shanbag is there. 1995, basic OHS, then CASHE, you must have heard everywhere, health management, but one thing is that all our labs are NABL accredited. All our labs, no question of that. And NABH, capacity building, task-based, RSWAS, diabetes, and pandemic response. Yes, we created infrastructure, and still that infrastructure persists of 1,600 beds, not dismantled. And in-house testing facility is still, apart from our Reliance testing facility, at our manufacturing location, we have the gene expert machine for testing of COVID or anything which we may come. Now, way forward, we have decided already, and we have started implementing across, is holistic health. One. Second, and important, is digital therapeutics for NCDs, especially for diabetes. And third, artificial intelligence and predictive analysis. Yes. 445. Workplace improvements, you all know, RSWAST model. We have a RSWAST model for implementing holistic health across. A structured monthly health program, you have seen the slides, RSWAST. RSWAST mental well-being, we have a defined guidelines and mental well-being with the experts, 24/7 healthcare, psychiatrist available, psychologist available, and everything, and mental health first aider training and capacity building for the managers. Even retail, which is coming up. Recently, we had a retail manager for train them for the mental health. Now, this is the thing which I want to show you, diabetes. Diabetes increasing. And since last 3 months, we have a pilot project for diabetes management. And this is simple. Those who are pre-diabetics, they have to convert it back to normal. And those who are diabetes above 7 HbA1c, to control them to normal. And we have done the things of diabetes cohort. And one thing I'm very frank to coming up, last week I was analyzing, post-COVID, of roughly around 18% of pre-diabetics, we have converted them to normal in a 6 months' time. So that's a challenge. And this is a simple digital therapeutics where we are doing all the things with the assessment, coaching, content, and reporting. Total. A few glimpses. Reliance Digital Health already stall is there to learn what the Geo Health Hub, Avigna Doctor, Kiwis Healthcare will provide. Geo Health Hub and awards and recognition. One of the things is the India's best employer, top 20 world best employers for the work. And apart from that, some awards like best employer in the LinkedIn and other place. Now, this is the thing which I wanted to present to my doctor. My doctors are working hard. So what I thought, rather than going IOH of last many years, I was having some data from 2016 for 7 years only. So for 7 years, if you see how we are shared the various topics in this forum. And also you see, in last 7 years, Reliance Industries has presented 100 scientific papers in 7 conferences, means 15 per conference, roughly around. And apart from that, sponsorship, that's a different issue. But academic knowledge is most important. And after this, there will be a video for 2 minutes, and then final. दोस्तों, ये फिल्म आप सबके लिए थी, बट कल रात को मैंने सोचा आप सबके लिए, हम सबके लिए कविता लिखी जाए। 2 लाइन की कविताएं हैं। दोस्तों, एक महामारी आई। दोस्तों, महामारी मतलब पैंडेमिक। दोस्तों, एक महामारी आई, तनाव, चिंता, भय, उदासी, अकेलापन लाई। तनाव, चिंता, भय, उदासी, अकेलापन लाई। खो दिया अपनों को, खो दिया अपनों को। कोई नहीं तैयार था अपनाने को, कोई नहीं तैयार था अपनाने को। तब ऐसे नायक आप सब, तब ऐसे नायक, ऐसे योद्धा, ऐसे सेवी आ गए जो श्रद्धा और सबरी का मतलब समझा गए, जो श्रद्धा और सबरी का मतलब समझा गए। अपने में रहो, अपने में रहो, बट अपनों में भी रहो। अपने में रहो, अपनों में रहो। कहीं भी हो, कहीं भी हो, चाहे दिल्ली में हो, करो व्यायाम, करो व्यायाम। ना सोचो या सुबह है या शाम, ना सोचो या सुबह है शाम। दोस्तों, अपने स्वास्थ्य का ध्यान खुद रखो, खुद रखो। जय IOH इंडिया। Now, dear friends, I have requested chairperson to give me 1 minute on behalf of 2027 organizing committee. I want to speak only 1 line. For all of delegates, all the IOH members knows, those who are not IOH members, 2027 India is hosting International Congress IOH at Mumbai. So keep in mind, we have to prepare for 2027 ICO India. जिस तरीके से 1984 में we have won the World Cup, 2027, dear friends, you will get in ICO you will get a very, very good academic fest. So start thinking of that, start thinking of that. So that's all of you for.